welcome back, everyone. Thank you for coming back and watching The Very Ann Show. Okay, this is the segment where we're going to talk about handy household hints and tips. Okay, now once again, I did put this out there on Facebook and I did ask my Facebook chums, please give me your handy household hints and tips. And I got a load of wank back, frankly. It was, you know, like keep the cleaning lady happy, you know, well, which isn't a bad one. And someone else come up with a good one. It's just bizarre but strange. You know when you have 3 people round for coffee and one has 1 sugar, one has 2 sugars, one has no sugar. Apparently, if you use the same cup on each occasion and you put the sugars in, if you get the spoon and tap it against the cup, the lighter the tinkle, the less sugar's in it.
Really?
That was an interesting one, wasn't it? It was something like that. I really like that one as well. And
admittedly, I'm lazy. I make everyone sugar their own.
well, I've got to put the sugar bowl on the tray. I mean, but this is a bloke. God love them. They don't know.
Yeah.
And not that I'm here to bag men, but you know who you are. But yeah. So, and someone else put something about vodka getting ink out. I didn't give a shit. I mean, you drink vodka. Who's going to waste vodka on it? Yeah, I was like nuts. You know, like when you see these tips that say, if you've got any leftover wine in the bottle. What sort of simpleton? Yeah. Unless you drunk so much you've slumped into a coma and you can't actually drink anymore. And they say freeze it. But Bettina, you've got one.
Yep, I do. You know when you're out, you're having pasta, Italian, beautiful, you drip. Right? A nice big greasy mark, you throw it in the wash, it comes out, you've still got that shadow, right? The grease shadow, even though it's been washed or dry cleaned. Baby powder. You dump a whole heap of baby powder onto the stain, the powder absorbs the moisture and then it drops out.
Oh wow, I've had a bite.
Well, hang on, even though...
That's good
baby
idea.
powder.
Even though you've already washed it?
Yep, even if you've washed it, but I do it before, obviously, if you can.
Yeah.
Because if it's greasy or oily, wash won't get it out.
And it's the same with brown paper and an iron. That will soak up the grease like candle
Not
wax.
as good as talcum powder.
But talcum powder?
Yep. It'll just suck it right up and then drop out of the fabric.
Very interesting. I've got a beauty tip for you. We were talking about this in the break, and this is such a good one. And I have my example. If you wear lots of lipstick and gloss, as I do, and you know women go out to drink and it's all over their glass and it's really messy, this is what you do. And it also excites the men. No lipstick. That's what you do, okay? Lick in the glass. But do it if you're out on the tug, you know, catch someone's eye and then do it. So it's like a win-win situation,
That
frankly.
would look so much better for a martini glass.
Well, I know it would. We'll try and up our game. Emily.
Well, I don't know if it's just because I'm a dumb blonde, but my pet hate was cleaning the skirting boards. I used to run around them all with a wet cloth.
Are we supposed to clean them?
Keep the cleaning lady happy.
You use your broom. Just run your broom along your skirting boards.
Oh, the
Takes
mop.
about 5
I do the
minutes.
mop.
Yeah, 5
The mop along
minutes.
it.
I think I was just a dumb blonde.
You're not a dumb blonde,
Yeah.
honey. And if I look like you, frankly, you should never ever have to need to do housework.
Oh, thank you.
And I know, Tony, your bloke, and I question. I mean, if any man that was going out with you would be happy to lick the skirting boards clean, wouldn't they? Or is it just me? So yes,
Thank you, Anne.
look at you, you're a goddess. You shouldn't have to clean skirting boards, for goodness sake. So what else are we going to talk about? Let me see now.
I have another beauty tip for you.
Oh, please do.
Okay, we're talking about pawpaw ointment, right? This stuff is fabulous. If you ever have dry or scaly skin on your feet, you know, especially in summer, slather it on to your feet before you put on your shoes and socks and go for a walk. When you come back, perfect skin.
Oh, that would be too.
It's a good idea, isn't it? But couldn't you do that with any emollient or Vaseline?
No, because pawpaw ointment kind of eats away the dead skin.
Does it really?
Yes.
Like those little fishes when
Yes.
people go to those spas. Oh, it's
Without
gross.
tickles. I tried that. I put my feet in and there's all these men sitting there. It was in Bangkok. I thought, yeah, I'll give this a go. I put my feet in, they start nibbling.
What, the men?
No, the fish. The fish.
Yeah. Imagine all these little like type of
And I pulled my feet out, wet feet, grabbed my shoes, bolted down the street, laughing my head off, tears running down my face. It was the most ticklish thing
really?
I had ever experienced, and I'm terribly ticklish. I thought, what the hell was I thinking?
But did it work?
Right.
Did they? Really
I didn't
chomp?
stay there long enough. Sorry, I couldn't cope. In, out, gone. Never to be done again. It's ticklish.
Thank God they weren't piranha.
Oh man, they were having a nibble. It was just.
And were they tiny?
Oh,
little-
they no. Some of them were about that big.
See, I'd be scared. I'd be scared to put my tootsies in.
I don't know. I
They
just think
tickle.
they try.
It tickles terribly.
Oh,
I don't know who could cope with it. Not me.
Oh, anyway, look, I can't believe it. It's time to wrap up the show. I've had a great time. Bettina, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I'm hoping we'll have you back later on in the season because
would
you're the sort of
love
lady
to.
we'd like to have often for your tips. So thank you very much for Bettina Hall at Cahoots and Emily Watson. I'm Anne Ferguson-Howe from The Very Anne Show, and please watch next week's show because we've got the most interesting guest coming on. She's actually a sexologist, but I'll tell you more next week. Good night.
She turns head everywhere she goes. Shag-a-lug boom boom, shag-a-lug boom boom.